it's Stephen. I'm in Wiltshire in England, although the photograph behind me today is from Edinburgh. I'm using XSplit VCam and I've got a physical green screen and I've got lighting at the side of me. Now these are indeed exciting times because yesterday BeLive released Simulcasting with scheduling, which means that we can now schedule our broadcast to 2 separate places, which is awesome. And I've done a short video which is in the BeLivers group. If you watch that, and you'll have the inside story on how to actually simulcast to BeLive on YouTube, to BeLive to Facebook and YouTube, or to Facebook destinations. We can schedule. The schedule is the same for both. And if you are watching at the moment, you could help me out by commenting. This show is driven by comments, and you can join me live as a guest on that link if you wish. This show is driven by comments, and it's your comments that actually make the show. So if you're in BeLivers, please comment. If you're watching on YouTube, please comment. And I'm just going to check out the links. So the links for today's show, if you're watching in BeLivers, you found one of them. And the second one, I might just a minute, something refresh. Am I? Oh yeah, I'm live. I can see that people are watching. They're not commenting, but they're watching. I've got a first comment. And Facebook user is back. Hello, Stephen. I'm back. If you could click this link, which I'm posting now. So there's a link coming into the BeLivers group. If you could click that link, then I'll be able to see who you are. Okay, now it's available in the studio. When you come into studio, you can give that link to anybody who's watching in the group. And I know you're watching the Facebook group, but I cannot show your picture or your name unless you give permission to BeLive. This is a Facebook security situation. I could see the links if I was in the BeLivers group. You can see who's posting. I can't in my studio because Facebook has said BeLive cannot have your information unless you give permission to BeLive. So clicking that link once, that link gives permission to BeLive, and from then on, your name and your photograph will be seen on the broadcast. And I'm just refreshing to show where I am. Oh, wait a minute. I know where I've gone wrong. Okay, I'm over on YouTube. I'm going to post the YouTube link in a minute, and then you can check out YouTube. And if you could comment on YouTube as well. I noticed that there was a comment in BeLivers from John Singley, and I just want to reassure John that comments do work. And so if you could go over to this YouTube link and just comment, you'd actually be doing a live test. So let's do some live testing. So I'm on YouTube, and I'm just done. This is my third show today. I'm not having problems. That's all I can say. I can only speak from personal experience. I did the show earlier today with Fonz, which was at 9 AM Eastern, which is I live here, where we went to Harrogate and to Hastings, and we shared video from YouTube, and that works seamlessly. And I can see the comments in the stream. I'm going to say hello to Corinda. What a good day today. Yeah, 3 shows in one afternoon, and I'm still here to tell the tale. And if you want to take a look at me on YouTube, then you can. The thing about YouTube is that the video definition is better on YouTube, and it's probably a better place to actually watch and store your videos than Facebook, because Facebook actually degrade the video on purpose. If we go in with 1080, they're going to put it down to 720. Go live in 1080, high resolution on YouTube. YouTube says thank you very much, and that's the difference. And over to Corinda, And Corinda is saying 3 shows in the row. Yes, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and 12 p.m. And all right, Daniela. Hello, Daniela. And thank you, Corinda. And Corinda is posting on YouTube as Smile Time Weekly. So thank you, Corinda. Okay, I can remove my name now because you know who I am. And I'm happy to take any of your questions. And also, this is a standing offer. If you are having problems with BeLive, then just message me, send me a direct message, and I'll come along and we shall resolve it. This is over and above the facilities that are available from BeLive support. This is one-to-one, and we can screen share and resolve the problems that you're having. As I say, as Corinda just mentioned, this is my 3rd show today, and not had any major glitches in any of the shows. Just want to give a shout out to Romany, who is a star and joined me on the 10 a.m. broadcast today. And over to Corinda again from YouTube. And Corinda is on YouTube and on Facebook. So thank you, Corinda. And no, there's no news on new layout yet. I'm actually using the modern theme at the moment. I think the simulcasting is absolutely brilliant. I did a simulcast today, which was on my Facebook business page, BeLive in 5, and it was on my profile as well. And I could see the comments coming from both places, as well as display the comments on screen from both places. And it just worked well. I did notice though, and we've got to be aware of this as we actually use these systems, we are pioneering in a sort of way. The post on your Facebook page is separate from the post on your personal profile, and therefore you'll get viewing figures on both, which you've got to add together to find out exactly what went on. And say hello to Chris, and Chris has found the link. Very good, thank you. Nice to see you again. And from YouTube, it's good, but I need to bring out the new theme. Well, yes. Okay, Corinda. We've had space for more themes for as long as I can remember, and no doubt there will be. I'll say hello to Divine. Divine, hello. Any innovations coming to BeLive? Sound enhancements. I know that improving sound is on the roadmap, especially going from 64 kbps to 128. So sound improvements are on the roadmap. I cannot give you a timescale. I'm on the inside, but not the inside, if you know what I mean. It is on the roadmap. We do have many musicians actually using BeLive to broadcast. And I was astounded to see one musician post in the BeLivers group, and they had, I think I'm right in this, if I'm wrong, I'll admit it, but they had, during their broadcasts, they've done 70 broadcasts on BeLive, and they said their audience was increasing. And they've had 250,000 comments in 70 broadcasts, which is phenomenal. Just shows what is possible. Now, of course, the artist in question had a following before he came to BeLive. He's just brought that following with him, and they've taken to his BeLive broadcasts. So more power to him. I wish I could remember his name. I will do for the next broadcast. So I do know it's on the roadmap, Divine. You'll know as soon as I know. But with so many musicians using the platform, it makes logical sense to actually improve the sound quality. It's fine for voice. I don't think there's any problem with voice quality, but the music quality could be improved. And the next comment is, I think in 2021, I'll bring out Twitch. Right. Okay. BeLive version 1 went to Twitch. So the technology is already there to go to Twitch. It may well happen. It could happen. I can't say for definite what's going to happen, but it might happen. And BeLive is absolutely brilliant for talk shows. And this is me solo, but I really enjoy shows with more than one person on. And shout out to Fons and Romney for joining me earlier today. And the next comment, oh, I've got to show it on screen. Yeah, and scrolling down the comments and trying to keep up here. So say hello to new people in a minute. Oh yes, if BeLive had a restream chat bot, it would be great. Comment to YouTube and comment on each, can see each other. Yeah, chat bots. There are chat bots on YouTube, which may kick in during this broadcast. I'm not sure. There are chat bots which actually stop spam. We know about chat bots on Facebook, although they're on Facebook pages and not on groups or personal profiles. Chat bots are still here. They're still working away. I still get regular messages from Molly via the chat bot and say hello to. Cedric, good morning, Stephen. Why is it that when I use BeLive, my videos sometimes looks like I'm glitching, but when I use Facebook Live, not going through BeLive, it's clear? Right, okay. Going live on Facebook, it's just you, and you're going direct to BeLive. This is a technical explanation. I'm not going to waffle. When you go live on Facebook, you're going direct to BeLive, to Facebook. Facebook take your video feed and their process, and it's just you on the camera. When you're on BeLive, then basically the signal from your computer goes off to BeLive. It gets processed. Now, there are a lot of things that you can do on BeLive that you can't do on Facebook. I can have up to 4 items on screen. Okay, I've only got 2 at the moment, but I can have 4 items on screen. You can't do that on Facebook. I can show images. I can screen share. I can play videos from YouTube. Now, all that technology is built in to BeLive, so that when you go live, you can use any of those facilities. I only say that I've only got a 5 megabyte upload, which is low, and I've got a clear picture. I do the following routine every time I broadcast. I switch off, and then I switch back on again. I go straight to Chrome. I go straight to BeLive, and I start my broadcast. I don't go surfing. I don't do anything else. It's very important that you do that before every broadcast you do. This is my 3rd broadcast of the day, and I've switched on and off and on 3 times. So that's one thing you can do. Other than that, it's just basically, as I don't know. If you want to do a test later this week, then we can do a test, Cedric, and see if we can improve the situation. If you come as a guest on when we don't broadcast, so we can check things out and check out your video signal. I've got to say this, that the newer your PC or Mac, then the better broadcast you're going to get. Comparing going live solo on Facebook to going live on BeLive or StreamYard or any other system on Zoom is different. It's apples and oranges, because they are different setups, different broadcasting setups, and your video to Facebook goes straight, and it takes a detour when it goes either through BeLive or Zoom or Restream.io or what's the other one? Lightstream. Okay, so thank you for the question. If you want to test, then just send me a message with a range of time which is suitable for both of us. And back to Divine. How do you turn off the word printing your voice when you run a watch party? Right, okay. In order to help us during this period, Facebook have turned on captioning automatically, so that your video is captioned automatically. And basically, the reason for doing that is one of marketing. We know that hundreds of videos a day pass through our Facebook feed, and what we've got to try and do is stop people. And captioning does that. It stops people. They don't listen. They've got the sound off, but they do actually read the captions. And I've been drawn into reading captions for stories with their sound off. I've just enjoyed actually reading. That's just me, though, probably. So captioning is automatic at the moment. What you can do to turn captioning off on the replay is to go and edit the post, go to settings, and there's an option there of captioning down the side. It says captioning, and you can turn it off. So on the replays, you can turn it off. There's very little we can do during a live broadcast because it just happens, and that's the default at the moment. Until Facebook tell us otherwise, we can't turn captioning off globally. We can only do it per video, and we can only do it once the recording is available. Okay, so I'm trying to catch up. And Facebook user again. How can we share the screen through a mobile app? You can't really. You can screen share on desktop. This desktop is the best way to go. I've no doubt that down the road there will be facilities available on more facilities available on mobile, but all broadcasts at the moment have actually got to start from the desktop. You've got to think that your desktop PC is X times more powerful than your phone, and you've got whether the phone is actually powerful enough to actually do it. So you can't do it at the moment, is all I can say. Whether you'll be able to do it in the future, I don't know. If you'd like to click this link, not that link, no, I've lost it. There is a link further up in the comments, which will allow me to see your name. And next comment. All right. Okay, I think that's a correction of the earlier one. And over to Corinda. And Corinda is saying, it would be good if you have your own green screen system instead of using a third party. I don't know what you think, but that would be good. I can say with some conviction that there will be an inbuilt green screen in BeLive at some future point. And you will not need the third-party apps like the one I'm using at the moment. I'm using XSplit VCam, and it's a one-off payment of $40, and it's so much fun that $40 is worth it. And this is working well until we get green screen on BeLive. I'm more than happy. I mean, I've been using this one-off payment since January 2019. They keep updating it. Software gets better and better. I've got a video on YouTube. If you check out XSplit VCam on YouTube, you'll find my video. It's simple and straightforward and easy to do, and you can just, at a click of a button, be transported from one place to another. So I can go, where shall I go? I can go to a public house in Staines in England. Picture is by Corinda. And out to Cedric. True like BeLive. I just wondered, as I say, Cedric, if we get together, then we can perhaps get to the bottom of it. The signal is going to vary according to how your signal varies. As I say, going to live on Facebook, going live in BeLive are totally different animals. And apart from the rebooting thing, the other thing is make sure nobody else is using the internet wherever you are at the time. And over to Facebook user again. I want to share my presentation through a mobile app. You're not going to get that on BeLive. I'm just telling you as it is. You won't be able to do that on BeLive. If, however, your question is you want to show your mobile phone on your broadcast, then you can. And you can show an application from your mobile phone on your broadcast. Different thing entirely. If your net aim is to start your broadcast from desktop and show a mobile phone, then yes, you can. And what you want to do is to look at this software. I can't put links in now, but I can put names in. And I'm waiting for it to come up. And I'm going to come back on the comments in a minute. If you want to share your mobile phone on a BeLive broadcast and you want to share an application, you want to demonstrate an application, then use AirDroid. AirDroid links your mobile to your desktop, and then you can share what's on your desktop from your mobile into your broadcast. And I've done a video about it. AirDroid is quite inexpensive, and it is a way to actually show your mobile apps on screen, so you can talk about it. So I could be on this side, the mobile phone could be on the other side, and I can talk about the mobile phone. I'll post a link to my video afterwards, but I'll actually demonstrate it in the broadcast next week. It takes 10 minutes to set up, and I don't want to do the 10 minutes now, but if you do take a look at AirDroid, it's brilliant. Not only for file transfer, which is where it started, but also for being able to show mobile apps in a BeLive broadcast. And let's go back and back to Corinda. And okay, let's go. How far back to get? Okay, right. I know where I am now. Okay, Cedric, thank you. Do contact me. Cool. And over to Corinda, who's saying, "Oh yes, thank you, Corinda." And then there is a test button next to Facebook. You can test and record it. Yeah, you can test the Facebook side, but we want to do a live test as well, so that Cedric comes in as a guest into my BeLive studio, and we say hello to Sebastian. Hello, sir. Greetings. And nice to see you. And people are talking to each other. Corinda's saying hello to Sebastian. No doubt in a moment, Sebastian will say hello to Corinda. How did I predict that? Brilliant. Okay. That was Anush Sharma, where he asked about mobile. Anush, hello, nice to see you. And thank you for letting me know, Corinda. As I say, look at AirDroid, and you can share your mobile app in the BeLive broadcast. As we all know, BeLive broadcast must start from desktop or laptop at the moment. And Anush, the link, the background. All right, okay. I can't. I will post it afterwards, Anush. I'll post a link to the software and to the video that explains it all. Basically, XSplit VCam, you install it on your desktop. It then takes your camera. Well, do this at least once a week. And because Sebastian is, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to share my screen. Let me share my screen. And I'm going to go screen share. And I'm going to share my screen and bring it up on screen. Okay. So apologies for this. You can now see two of me. Okay, this is me, and that is XSplit VCam. Now I'm going to put it full screen so you can actually see what's, well, you see what's going on. XSplit VCam is an application that sits on your desktop, and you can have images. Now the images, let's just go here. The images can come from your desktop. So I can, let me go full screen, then you can see. All right, okay. So you should be able to see now. I can go and I can select a file, and let's select that one. And it adds that file to my XSplit VCam, and that's it. Okay, so I can get images from my hard drive. In addition to that, I can share a YouTube video. Now here's one I made earlier, because I'm not going to go searching for a YouTube video. Behind me playing now, you see a YouTube video, and that YouTube video stored on YouTube and brought it into XSplit VCam, and it just simply works. So you can do video, and also you could share a web page if you wanted and add in the URL. Just trust me, that works. So I'm going to cancel that. And then the third thing you can do is you can choose a XSplit picture from Unsplash, and I'm on Unsplash now, and I'm going to type in a word, and that word is tennis. So I'm searching for tennis. Unsplash gives me tennis photographs, and I can download from Unsplash and I now have a tennis backdrop. Okay, so to summarize, you can get your pictures from your hard drive, you can get your pictures from Unsplash, you can get your pictures in video form from YouTube, and you just paste in the YouTube link. I'm going to come back to me. In broadcast, I'm going to take that off full screen. So you've got me here, and you've got the application, and that's how it works. As I say, I'm going to hide it now. That is just $40. I look rather strange with a picture like that, so I'm going to quickly close that. And if you forgive me for a moment, I'm going to change my background. That's better. Right. Okay. So we said hello to Sebastian, just to recap. And Sebastian said hello to Corinda. Corinda said hello to Sebastian. And then Corinda again talked about Anuj, and let me know it was Anuj who was commenting. And Anuj, yes, I will share the link afterwards. And okay, and I was going to try this. Very good. Do try it. There's a trial version. It's watermarked. And since every week I have 2 Facebook Live sessions, I'll definitely try this. Brilliant. Okay. I enjoy broadcasting. And if you've got any questions at all, just please do ask. And I'm just going to close a couple of things down. Oh, blimey. And so Chris has found me on YouTube. Brilliant. And I'm coming back to here, and I'll share links, Stephen. Thank you, Corinda. Corinda's going to share the links. That's very kind of you, very helpful. And Corinda's shared the first link, which is a direct link to XSplit VCAM. As I explained, $40 one-off payment. Software is yours. You can use it whenever you wish. And I'm just going to conserve resources by closing a few tabs and then come back. And you have, once these are closed, you have my full attention as always. And comment of cool, which I like. That's a brilliant comment to see. And over to Corinda. And Corinda is sharing the link. And then over to Sebastian. And Sebastian, so do you need to keep the XSplit running on the side during the broadcast? XSplit runs in the background. It's just an application. You start it up before you come into the BeLive studio. It will load automatically. It's taking, let me just have a look. It's taking 5% of my CPU. So it's very friendly as far as CPU is concerned. You just leave it running in the background, and you only need to bring it in the foreground when you actually want to change things. So it is a background app and designed to be so. It's very economical on memory and on processor. It is around about 5%. Okay, and goodbye. And Corinda shared the link. And Rakan, hello. Right, yes. Rakan, nice to meet you. Internet speed can affect video quality. As I explained a few months ago, I live in the countryside in the UK, and therefore I don't get the same network speed that they actually get in the city, like in Birmingham or London or Manchester. And we're not going to get it for some while yet. My upload speed is 5 megabytes, which is on the border of being able to host shows. You need, if you're going to host a show, then you need at least 5 megabytes speed. If you're just going to be a guest, then you can take 1.5 megabytes. I know Bridgetti's hosted shows on 1.5. It just depends. If you've got 5, say 5 upwards, you can safely host a show. If you've got less, then it's going to be temperamental. Now, the things that affect internet speed are the following. One is the internet speed actually coming in to where you are. 2, if you've got a wired connection to your laptop and desktop, that's preferable. I'll put my hand up here and say I don't, it still works, but it could be better, I suppose. 3, at the moment, I'm sat here and I'm broadcasting to you. My partner Angelica is doing a German lesson. live on Whereby at the moment, so we're actually sharing the internet connection. Under normal circumstances, I would say that if you're going to go live, you just say to everybody, don't use the internet for the next 30 minutes, because other people using the internet affects your speed. Okay. Another thing that can affect is we have this desire to see ourselves live. Now, the only tab I've got open at the moment is the BeLive tab. I don't need anything else. I'm talking directly to you. I do not have the Facebook tab open, so I'm reliant on what's in the studio. But the other thing is that because I don't have a tab open watching myself, my internet is happy. It would be sad if I actually watched, because you're actually using your internet speed when you don't need to. So, good internet connection to start with. Try to get the internet to yourself, and don't try and watch yourself live. And finally, do restart after a broadcast, because if you want to restart before a broadcast, to clear out everything that you've been doing during the day. Now, if you open a web tab, say if I open the BBC web tab and I then go into something else, the BBC web tab is still working. The CNN web tab will be working. Every web tab is still doing something, some processing. So that's why you close your machine down, open it up again, and then go direct to the BeLive studio and start broadcasting. What you don't want to do is to have anything else happening. I have nothing else happening in the background as far as I know, apart from XSplit VCam. Okay, so back to the comments. Okay, and Rakan, thank you for the question. Hopefully that's helped. We are obviously there are things we can and can't do. One thing we can't do is change location. We could change internet provider if a better one was available. And just a note, whilst we're talking about that, one difference between desktop and mobile is your desktop signal is virtually level. On a mobile phone, your signal is going to be in and out according to where you are, which is why mobile desktop is preferable. And Corinda's saying hello to Rakan, and Sebastian is back. And where's my discount code for VCam? Oh, yeah, okay, it's $40, 60 Australian dollars. I think the software house should have the money. I'm a software guy, so I don't have any discount codes. And Corinda appreciates it. I appreciate it too, but I don't have any links. All right, sorry, Corinda. Sebastian, when are you going? You've missed it, Corinda. Sebastian was live when you and I were asleep. Sebastian was live in the BeLivers group at 3 o'clock this morning. Okay, so if you check back through, scroll back, you'll see Sebastian and his guest live in the BeLivers group very early today for us. I do check it out. I actually popped in, not live, but I did pop in and have a look. And we can't, it's very kind of you. Very kind of you. Thank you for saying so. And the next comment is from Corinda. Stephen, did you see why there was an echo on B4B show? No. As you explained earlier, Corinda, I've done 3 shows today, and this is my 3rd. I've not had time. I've had time to finish a cup of coffee and some cake, but I haven't had time to do anything else. I will be checking it afterwards. Right. Okay. Yeah. I don't know, Corinda. I'd have to go back and check, and when I get a chance, I shall do just that. Okay, now it's your questions that fuel this show and keep this show going. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm actually going to stop sharing my screen. That's gone. So I'm back. Just as a note to everybody, I'm just going to bring this clock up for a minute. I do the Showcaster countdown clocks, which are for the start of your broadcast, and for a very good reason. Because when you simulcast, as we can do now, to Facebook and YouTube, the connection time on Facebook is different from the connection time on YouTube. There is a difference between the two. There is a delay. You go live on one before you go live on the other. There is nothing we can do about that. What we can do, though, is to actually play a short video at the beginning of our shows, so that we know that when we do go live, we're connected. Now, up until now, I've been making Showcaster countdown clocks, and I thank everybody who's using them. I get chuffed when I actually see them in my feed, and I just blessed that people are actually using the ones that I've made, and there are 40 of them on YouTube. And all you need is the YouTube URL, and you can play. Like I can do this. I can just press play, and I can play the video.
Once upon a time, my head was hanging low, with no place I could turn to, nowhere I could go. I was thinking crazy thoughts, all my dreams were lost. The apple of my eye had fallen from the sky. Yeah, times were tough, but I got back up. I had to wake up and say, enough's enough. And now I look around me from the 86th floor. I'm feeling like a superstar, came back here to score. New York City, full of my soul.
Right, that's quite probably one of my favorite videos, because it combines the New York video with the New York song and has different tempo throughout. Now, this is to announce that this week I'll be creating 6 new countdown clocks, which will all be 30 seconds. And as I say, there's a difference between connecting to YouTube and Facebook. That's what a countdown clock covers. 30 seconds is enough. 30 seconds give you time to share your broadcast, gives time for your audience to arrive, and you're ready to go. As soon as the countdown clock is finished, you come back on screen full of energy, and you actually start your broadcast. So that's why countdown clocks, and there will be 6 more this week. Back to comments. And okay, and say hello to Duran. Right, okay. The simulcasting plan is available on the Pro plan. I think at the moment it's available to everybody. Simulcast is in beta. Whether you're on a free plan or a paid plan, you can simulcast whilst it's in beta. When the beta's finished, it will be part of all paid plans, as far as I understand it. If I'm wrong, somebody will correct me, but for the moment it's free. So for the moment you can simulcast, and there's a video in the group which shows you how to simulcast to Facebook and YouTube, Facebook and Facebook. You can go to 2 groups, you can go to 2 pages, you can go to your profiling page, and you can go to 1 YouTube account. 2 different places at the same time, and you can see the comments from all places. Just to prove that, this comment is from Corinda on YouTube, and this comment is from Corinda on Facebook. Okay, so pricing, all paid plans will have it. I hope so. Fingers crossed, I'm pretty sure. But for the moment, it's free for everybody. All you need to do is request it. There's a simulcast thread. If you've not used it yet, you just need to type simulcast, and then you will be able to simulcast, and you'll see what I've shown in the video in the group today. And over to Chris, and thank you, Chris. Yeah, that was right. That was my fault. That wasn't BeLive, that was me. While the video was playing, I switched my microphone off and I forgot to switch it back on again. So easily done. And this is one of the things that I love about live video. It's not the things you get right, it's the mistakes that you actually make. And yeah, okay, now good. We do get opportunity to actually make mistakes in every broadcast, and I'm convinced that some people watch us because we do make mistakes. We're all human. I mean, you've got to be human on live video. There's nothing else you can be. You've got to be yourself, because you can't be anybody else. Everybody else is taken. So be yourself. And just want to do 2 weeks ago, we did 5 days live, which is myself and 8 good friends. So we all met on live video. We've never met in real life. And we had 5 shows over 5 days. And we sort of went and we covered every aspect of live broadcasting. And if you can catch those videos on the BeLive in 5 page, then please do go and take a look. They are informative, entertaining, and educational. When we get together, it's good spirited and it's laughs galore, but it's valuable information. So 5 days live, you can go and check out the videos. One of the things that came out of that is we covered what's stopping you from going live, which was Marco and I, otherwise known as the imposter syndrome. I can't possibly go live, I'm not good enough. Well, first of all, everybody has the ability to go live, but you don't need the expensive camera, you don't need the expensive microphone, you don't need a green screen, you don't need lighting. I'm going to show you what's behind me. Okay, I've just got a green screen, and that's a portable green screen, but I didn't have green screens 5 years ago when I started broadcasting. Every day I went live and I looked like this. And after 3 years, even I got fed up of looking like this. So that's why I got a green screen. And that's why I use green screens. But you don't need high-tech stuff to actually go live. You can go live with your internal camera and your internal microphone, and you can do it. There's no reason why you shouldn't. If you've got a passion about something, then you should be going live. Now, you're going to say, well, no, I'm not going to go live. Well, yes, you are. Yes, you can. And Corinda says you can as well. If you are, well, if you don't want to go, if you want to go live but don't want to go live, if you're with me, then do this. Okay. Find a good friend and say, I want to practice going live. Will you help me? And create a private Facebook group with 2 members. That's just you and a friend in the group. And go live into the group. No simulcasting, none of this stuff. Just go live in the group with just your friend watching. Now, your friend is a good friend, and they will be not super critical, but gently critical of your performance, and they will help you refine it until you become confident on camera. And that's where friendship comes in, because they'll be honest with you and they will help you improve, so your confidence grows. As your confidence grows, in this private group, invite 2 more friends. So now 4 of you in the group, and you've got 3 people watching you when you go live. This is the magical bit, part of it. Say to your 3 friends, I've done it. You've seen me live on screen. How about you having a go? And 1 might say no, but 2 might say yes. Get them to go live as well, so you can watch what they look like on screen, what their style is, and help each other to improve. Then invite 4 more people in, so you've got 8. Repeat the process that you had before. Take a week or 2, and then 8 more friends, and you've then got 15 other friends in the group, and different people are going live. But the main thing is you're going live, you're having fun, you're enjoying yourself, you're amongst friends, and you get used to being on camera, you get used to talking to camera, you get used to looking at a camera, and your confidence grows. Now, once you've got to the stage where you're happy on camera and your friends are enjoying what you're talking about, it's another chance to actually practice what you're talking about as well. That's really good. Then you can go out and you can go outside your group and you can broadcast on your Facebook profile. You're still broadcasting to friends, but this is the difference. You ask your 16 friends to come and watch you. And that means that when you do your first broadcast to the public, you've got 16 friends liking your post, commenting, asking questions, cheering you on, and then it's a virtuous circle, because then they can do the same. So do it gradually. 1 person, 2 people, 4 people, 8, 16. That's the way to go live. Don't buy any kit. Do not buy any kit until you actually done your first live broadcast in the public and you've loved it. There is no point in having a Ferrari in your garage if you don't have the driving license. None. You can't drive a Ferrari, you've no driving license. You can't go live publicly until you've got the confidence. The confidence comes from your friends helping you. And when you have gone live and you've enjoyed it and you've been supported by your friends and you're bitten by the bug, then think about buying hardware, but don't do it before then. You don't want to have a load of things you bought but not used. Right, I'm going to get off my soapbox now, and I'm going to put my green screen back. I'm not putting that photograph on. I'm going to put that photograph back. All right, so I'm now back in Leipzig, and so the last question we had is which pricing plans will Simulcasting apply? And then we can't hear you. And I'm going to suggest that I'm still actually live. I've lost. If you stop commenting, then all well and good. If you haven't stopped commenting, then please make another one. Hopefully the broadcast is actually okay at the moment. Right, okay. I just want to cover one more thing, or a couple more things actually. I'm going live at 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow with my good friend Gospel in a 30-minute show, which will be live on Facebook and on YouTube. We'll be simulcasting in the way that I described in the video and BeLive as earlier. And I'm looking forward to that. Gospel and I have we've known each other from live video. We've never met. Gospel has been on the I Live Here show with Fonz. We've shown videos of Gospel in Rochester and quite enjoyed playing the videos. Now it'd be a lot easier. We could actually YouTube videos. So tomorrow at 3 p.m. in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern, is myself and Gospel live, and we'll be talking. Well, I don't know what we're going to be talking about. I don't. We don't have a script. We just start talking and it goes from there, and it's driven by everybody who's watching. I want to thank Corinda for watching earlier today, and Mr. John Upton, and everybody else who watched the earlier broadcast. And we just had a blast, and we're going to have a blast tomorrow. Live broadcasting is an amazing way to actually make new friends and renew acquaintances with old ones. Speaking of whom, when can we bring in animated overlays or widgets? You can, I think, Wayland, you can actually make your own animated overlays. I've seen it somewhere. I think I've seen overlays which do have GIFs in them. Or is it GIFs? GIFs or GIFs? I don't know. I'll ask the question for you. I shall pose the question of BeLive support. And what sort of widgets are we thinking about? I mean, we have two widgets at the moment, which are, wait a minute, widgets. We have two widgets at the moment, which are, they are dynamic, but I think more widgets are on the way because we've got the ability to do it. So we'll have to wait and see, but I will ask the question. Okay, so thank you for that. I'd like to say thank you because I'm in the studio and I can see Jacqueline Whitmore, Corinda Singh, Duran, and Mr. James Ziegler in the house. So thank you guys for being here. I mean, that's one of the things down in the studio. You can actually see I can't see everybody. If you comment, I can see you. If you like the post, I can see you. But this is just absolutely brilliant. The features that we're actually getting now. If you're going away, then thank you for watching. I'm just going to clear that and come back to the comments. So Wayne, I shall ask and see if we can find out. And chat on the screen or subscribe now. Thanks. Right, so you're talking YouTube, I presume. Okay. A more effective way You see, that would make the screens interactive, and in an ideal world, that would be good. We may see that, but for the moment, well, what you can do is you can use a messenger bot. I've not said the words messenger bot for quite a while now. Messenger bots are still around. Messenger bots still work, and now we can schedule simulcast. I'm going to start using bots again. World, watch out. There is a messenger bot called the autoresponder bot, and you could make it so that when people actually type in YouTube, they get a link to go direct to your YouTube channel. I don't think we're going to see a subscribe button actually on the screen, but I think if you go and watch me on YouTube now, just give me a second. I'm trying to do something. I'm multitasking. I'm a man. Bear with me. Right. I'm going to give you a link, Well, and you should be able to go over to this link on YouTube, and you should be able to subscribe. So I'm just going to bring up the YouTube video for now. Okay, so apologies for that. I was doing some work in the background, some prep work. You can subscribe on YouTube, or you can use bots. Bots are reliable. You can set it once and it will run forever. I've got to revisit my videos about bots, which link to BeLive broadcasts on Facebook. I shall do that, and there'll be an updated one coming out soon. But I think you probably heard me then. If you go to this link, and the link should be up in a second. If you go to this link, that one, I think that not only will you see me live, but the bottom right of the YouTube screen, you will see a subscribe, which is working. I presume it's YouTube you want to subscribe to rather than following you on Facebook. Okay, thank you, sir. And Rakan, thank you. I can see emoticons. Brilliant, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, so bots is the way forward. We've got YouTube covered. I think I just checked it. And YouTube, you can have the subscribe button already there when you actually go live on YouTube. That's where I am now. You can actually watch me simulcasting on YouTube, and Corinda's been commenting there, and so as Chris. You can comment there, or you can comment on Facebook. I see both in the studio, and that simply works. Absolutely brilliant. Okay. Right, so if you have any questions about simulcasting, then do check it out. Remember, we can't break anything. Not from your desktop, it's impossible. But you can try things out, and I do suggest that you try out simulcasting. It's not painful at all, and there's no extra work in the studio to do other than set it up, and it's a simple set up the first broadcast, set up the second, click save, and you can go live in two places at once. You can see the comments whilst you're live from both sources, from both Facebook sources, or Facebook and YouTube. All the comments show up in one place, and you can bring them up on screen wherever they come from. And Rakan is talking to Corinda. Absolutely brilliant. Live video is brilliant for networking, for people chatting to each other and being in the same place at the same time. So just try simulcasting and try scheduling. You can't break anything. If you want to do a test broadcast, then just do it as a test and say, I am testing, leave me alone. You can test without upsetting anybody. People expect you to test. Look, you're the one who's going live. You're the one on live video. You're the one on Facebook. You're the one on YouTube. And people look at that and they think, well, how are they doing that? Well, you know how to do it. We've all got expertise that the vast majority of people don't have, and we should be out there sharing it. So as my friend as my friend Linda West would say, just do it. And we say hello to Gospel. Now, as I mentioned at the top of the show, this is Gospel. And Gospel and I are live at 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, 3 p.m. in the UK. Looking forward to chatting. And we're good to go. And 30-minute show. And it'd be good to catch up. And we've not actually done a two-person show together, but we have been on the same broadcasts, and we have been on I Live Here and got to know each other. But tomorrow is an opportunity for explore new avenues, and I'm looking forward. Gospel, thanks for popping in to watch. I'm going to message you directly after the show. I need some information. Okay, so that was Gospel. Gospel will be live with me tomorrow. And just a note, I was live with Romany today in South Africa. I'm live tomorrow with Gospel from Kent. Now, both Romany and Gospel, I know. I also have 7 other broadcasts lined up, 30 minutes, just two-way chat. If you want to join me in a chat, then just let me know, and we can talk about anything you like, and just enjoy going live on BeLive. And you can meet my friends, and I can meet your friends. And it's just a great way of actually networking, getting to know people. So Gospel is tomorrow. And who knows what will happen after that. We did the show today, and Roman and I have decided one thing, that we're going to broadcast together again, which is all good. And yeah, it's okay. It's just in the introduction. It's all right. It's all right. You caught the end of it though. That's good. That's good. It evens the flow. If everybody was here at the beginning, and to everybody who's watched, and by the magic of the BeLive studio, I can see that 8 people are watching at the moment. I'd just like to say thank you. And every time I mention a number, it changes. So I'm not going to say anything at all. So to everybody who's watched me live, today has been a brilliant broadcast, and you made it. I'm just here, and I listen to your questions, and I read them out, and it's just great fun to do it. I enjoy sharing, and I thank you for your time. Time is valuable. If you spent any time with me today, thank you. This, as Corinda pointed out, I've got a friend called David Burrows, and he said, I asked him a question once, and I've lost the comment. I asked David a question once. He and I have been broadcasting live for 3 years on BeLive, and we broadcast Mondays, 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. in the UK, from Canada and from the UK. And I asked him, how many times should you broadcast a day? How many times should he broadcast? And he said, broadcast when you feel like it. So today, I have broadcast with Fons, I have broadcast with Romany, and I've broadcast with you good people, and I've had a blast doing it all. And live video is the most magical experience. And Waylon, thank you. Okay, so everybody, thank you for watching this broadcast. Take care, enjoy broadcasting, try simulcasting. If you have any problems, come and ask. This is an exciting time, and we have a duty to show people, to entertain. When we broadcast live, we do 3 things, hopefully. We educate, because we're telling people, we're sharing our knowledge. We entertain, because live video is entertaining, if only when things go wrong, it's entertaining. And we just, we do entertain, we do educate, and we do inform. So go live whenever you want. Go live on a whim. Go live on BeLive. Go live on Facebook. Go live on YouTube. But whatever you do, go live. And this is Stephen in Wiltshire saying, thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all again. And just bring the last comment up. You're most welcome. It's my pleasure. Enjoy, and I'll see you all later. Bye.